Hey guys, hope you guys are having a good day. So, as some of you may or may not know, I've just finished the race today. It's the Asia Cup Triathlon in Putrajaya, Malaysia. And yep, it was a sprint distance. It was, triathlon is basically swimming, biking, and running. So, the sprint distance is basically 750 meters swimming, open water, and then 20 kilometers biking, and then a 5 kilometer run. So that's basically the sprint distance. So I did that distance today, and it was against the top athletes in Asia. No, I think not really the top athletes. Not the some. I think the best people didn't come today because it's a season opener. But a lot of strong athletes basically. A lot of the best athletes, and it was also the national championship in Malaysia. So yeah, it was a pretty big, not really a big race because it was a season opener as well, but the stakes were kind of high for this race because it was also my first time competing with all the big guns, like the people from countries like China, what else? Hong Kong. Then I forgot. I guess these two countries like came into my mind, and Australia. How could I forget that? Australia, yeah, and yeah, it was a stacked field, in my opinion, because I've never competed with people like from those countries, and it was a good learning experience because, and it was also like the one positive thing that I got from all this from the race was that I've said this before in another video. It is that it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Like after the race, I was like, I didn't really I did kind of shit. I didn't really do that well. I guess I did okay compared to other Malaysians, but I guess I was lucky too because my swimming is really really bad, and I got off like there were like only 5 people behind me, and when I got off, like I had to bike alone for about 1 or 2 minutes, and I had one guy with me, so we chased up to the front people, and then we got to work together with them. And yeah, it was a pack of 5, and when you have a pack, you get to save more energy. And when you're cycling alone, a lot of my teammates had to cycle alone, so that's why their times weren't that good because they were cycling alone. Like you waste a lot of energy cycling alone than if you're with a pack, because you get a draft, you get to save 20%, 30% of your energy. And yeah, so yeah, I was lucky enough to have a pack. That's why I got to save energy, and that's why I got to whack a good run because I saved energy during the bike. And yeah, I guess running is my stronger side compared to swimming. But I realized after the race, like I compared my times. I saw the times of the fastest people, and I realized, okay, yeah, I'm not where I want to be right now, but with a few tweaks, maybe with a few discipline changes, I think I could make small improvements. Because the problem with me now is that, I think the run, I think I'm okay. The bike, I'm almost kind of okay. It's like if I can get into a good pack, if like I can draft, bro, I can just follow the wheel because I have no problems following wheels because I used to cycle a lot with groups, and I used to follow the attacks, and I can just follow the wheels. Like it might be a bit hard, but if I can just get behind that wheel, then it's almost like game over. And as long as I don't have to pull so long, then it's good. Like the bike and the run, it's not the problem. It's always the swim, because I'm always behind on the swim. Like I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I could, because I suck at swimming, and open water swimming is kind of hard too, because you got sight, you gotta know how to put your hands in the water. Sometimes the waves are like high, and then your hands, like you gotta go over it. Like a lot of variables in open water swimming. But yeah, I realized like, okay, if I just correct that swimming part, everything else would take care of itself. You can just get into a good bike pack. In order to get a good bike pack, you have to have first a good swim pack. You have to swim out. You have to finish the swim with 5 to 10 people with you. If you don't have that, you can't have a good bike pack. And if you don't have a good bike pack, you can't get off the bike and run together with these people, because I'm always running from behind. I'm always like 1 to 2 minutes behind my competitors, and it's almost impossible, because it's not impossible. It's just really hard to chase back if you're running from behind. Then if you're running like after the bike, you're like with them, and you can see them, you can feel them. You're like, yeah, I started with you, so I think if I'm a better runner, I can probably beat you. But it's different when you're chasing from behind, like, because logically, like, if you're in front, you should keep the lead, unless you're a really bad runner. So yeah, so basically I realized if I just fix the swimming part and maintain the bike and running part, I would do quite well. I would do actually really good if that could happen. Yeah, so I realized that, yeah, it's possible. But I have to really put in the time in swimming. I have to really focus my time and efforts on swimming, because that is the part that gives the most leverage. Because if I just improve the swimming time, I can improve the bike time, because I can get into a good pack and I can draft. And drafting, you don't need to pull that much, and you're probably going at a very high speed, and that immediately improves your bike time by 1 to 2 or maybe 3 minutes if you have a good pack. And I realized that, and I was like, yeah, so I just gotta focus on the swim now. And I realized, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It was my first time racing against those kind of competition, and I was like, yeah, it's possible. I think for our first race, I think I did pretty okay. Not very good, not good, just like, okay, just above bad, not bad, not that bad. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm proud. I'm just saying, like, I'm like grateful. I'm like, even if I got dead last, I'll still be grateful. I wouldn't be like, oh, like, so shit, like, which is okay. But I've done that before, and I think that doesn't really help me. I know it helps some people, but for me, I'm just like, I'm just Bing chilling, just chill. Like, okay, yeah, make the mistake here. Yep, fucked up. Okay, whatever, man. Just bounce back, keep moving forward, because nobody really cares. Only you care about your results. You think people care about your results. You think people are like, oh, this dude was really low. And even if they do, it's like they don't really care about you. They only say that because they compare your time to theirs, and what they're really saying is, oh, well, I'm kind of better at you than this, or something. Like, if you know, like, it's everything. The things we judge about other people are usually the things that we judge about ourselves. It's not really about them. It's really about yourself. That's why you're judging that person in the first place. It's because of yourself. It's not really about them. But yeah, anyways, enough about that. But yeah, where was I again? But yeah, like, nobody cares. I just realized that the one positive thing is you gotta keep moving forward. You gotta bounce back, and you gotta care about your failures, but at the same time realize that they are part of the process. That failure is it is unavoidable. It is unavoidable. You cannot, like, skip failure. You need to fail first before you can succeed. You gotta be shit first before you can succeed. And sometimes it might take longer for you compared to other people, because everybody's different. Maybe they're good at peaking fast, Maybe you're just like, a graph. You're like slowly, you go down a little bit, you go down a little bit, but all of a sudden, when you get that groove, you burst your stock, and you just go up all the way. And it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. It's whether you're patient enough to go through all that bullshit, and whether you have the faith, the belief in knowing that you will break through. Like, you have the faith. Do you have the faith? You have to have that faith in yourself, I believe. And I believe I have that faith in myself. I believe so. Even if all shit breaks loose, all hell breaks loose, it doesn't happen, so be it. I tried. I gave my best shot. God didn't bless me, and it is what it is. Hey, at least I gave it a shot. At least I gave it a shot at a sport that I loved. And because I think I do love triathlon. Like, even if there was no competitions, I would still be running. I would still be cycling. Maybe less swimming because I kind of hate swimming. But I think if I actually got good at swimming, then I would start to love swimming. I would start to love swimming alone by myself. But I only hate it now because because I suck at it. But if I got better at it, then I think I'll like it. Of course. Like, do you think I loved real estate when in the beginning, when I wasn't earning anything? No, you only love it when you start earning, like you start seeing some results. You're like, oh, okay, I'm earning something here. I'm making progress here. Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy this. That's where the love comes from usually. But of course, there's passion too. No, it's the middle again. You gotta balance the yin and yang.